Good morning, students. In yesterday's class, we have seen some stoichiometric related calculations, and today's class we will continue that one. And regarding today's class, stoichiometric calculations in your NEET material, page number 71. Separate heading is the stoichiometric calculations. Okay, the problems in what way we can do. Let us see that one. Start with the 63rd one. The volume of CO2 formed when 1 liter of O2 reacted with 2 liters of CO under the same condition is. Now, what is the question they asked? CO plus O2 gives rise to CO2. Balancing of the reaction is very important in this stoichiometry, because we can do with stoichiometric calculations regarding with the balanced equation only, stoichiometric equation only we can do that one. So 2CO plus O2 gives rise to 2CO2. Now what is the question? The volume of CO2 formed. We have to find the volume of CO2 formed when 1 liter of oxygen reacted with 2 liters of 1 liter of oxygen reacted with 2 liters of CO. What is the volume of carbon dioxide formed? Okay, now according to the stoichiometric equation, we know this is 2 moles of CO. 2 moles of CO will be getting 2 into 22.4 liters at STP. 2 moles of CO will occupy 2 into 22.4 liters of volume at STP. 1 mole of O2 will occupy 1 into 22.4 liters of volume at STP. And CO2, if 2 into 22.4 liters of carbon monoxide and 1 into 22.4 liters of oxygen will be combined, we will get 2 into 22.4 liters of CO2. Everywhere 22.4 is common only. That's why 2 volumes of carbon monoxide react with 1 volume of oxygen to form 2 volumes of CO2. What are the units? I just combined it as volume. 2 volumes of CO, because everywhere 22.4 is common only now. So 2 volumes of CO reacts with 1 volume of oxygen to form 2 volumes of CO2. Then what is the question they asked? 2 liters react with 1 liter of oxygen, we will get how much amount of carbon dioxide? These are in liters now, so we will get 2 liters of carbon dioxide. Further, no need to do the calculation, simple it is. The ratio is 2, 1, 2. 2 into 22.4, 1 into 22.4, 2 into 22.4. According to that, this 2 liters, 1 liter, and it will give 2 liters of CO2. In this way, this problem can be completed. This is called, everything is related with volume terms now. That is called volume relationship. Now next one. Fourth one. 2.76 grams of silver carbonate on strong ignition leaves a residue weighing. First write the reaction Ag2CO3, because valence of silver is 1, carbonate is 2. So Ag2CO3 will undergo reaction to form Ag2O plus CO2. Ag2CO3 will undergo decomposition to form Ag2O plus CO2. Now, this is the whole equation. Whether it is balanced or not, check that one. It is balanced equation only. Now, after balancing of this equation, first, according to the stoichiometric calculation, what we can do? Ag2CO3 gram molecular weight 2 into 108 grams. Gram atomic weight of silver is 108. 2 into 108 grams. Carbon 12. Oxygen 48, 3 into 16, 48. 2 into 108, that is 216, 6 to 8, 8, 16, 7, 276 grams 276 grams of Ag2CO3 will give Ag2O. Residue means Ag2O here. CO2 is a gas mark. It will be expelled out. Okay. Even that one also, if they ask the question related to CO2, we can consider that one. But they relate the terms, those are Ag2CO3 and Ag2O. Okay. Now let us see. Ag2O, 2 into 108 again, that is 216, oxygen 16, 232 grams. 276 grams of Ag2CO3 will give 232 grams of Ag2O. Now what is the question? 2.76 grams of silver carbonate on strong ignition, means heating, leaves a residue. This is residue weighing. Simple question. They ask 2.76 grams. According to our stoichiometric calculation, it is 276 grams. Will give 232 grams. Then 2.76 grams will give 2.32 grams. 2.76 grams will give 2.32 grams. Our answer is 2.32 grams. Option 3, 64th one. Is it okay, ma? Now, next question, that is 64th one. We will continue that one. We will continue the next problem, ma? That is 65th one. In the formation of Al2O3 from aluminum and oxygen, if 1.5 mole of oxygen is used up, the mass of aluminum that reacted is, first write the reaction between aluminum and oxygen. Aluminum plus O2 gives rise to Al2O3. 4Al plus 3O2 gives rise to 2Al2O3. 4Al plus 3O2 gives rise to 2Al2O3. Now this is balanced equation, in which, what is the question? In the formation of Al2O3 from aluminum and oxygen, if 1.5 moles of oxygen, first write how many moles of oxygen will be reacted? 3 moles of oxygen. Okay, they asked 1.5 moles of oxygen is used up. First, according to stoichiometric equation, we will write now. After that, what is the required thing we have to write? Next, the mass of aluminum that reacted is. They gave oxygen in terms of moles, but aluminum they asked in mass. Then here, according to the mass, it is 4 moles. 4 into 27 grams. 4 into 27. 4 into 27, 108 grams. 108 grams of aluminum reacts with 3 moles of O2. Then 1.5 moles of O2 will react with how much amount of aluminum? That is question mark. Then 1.5 into 108 divided by 3. 1.5 2s, 254s. 54 grams of aluminum will be reacted. So answer 65th one, option 2. That is 54 grams. In this way we have to do. Correctly, my suggestion is 2 terms, any 2 terms they will mention, the 2 terms we have to concentrate. When we are not bothering about excess and limiting reagent, in this type of problems, they will mention with only 2 terms. Here they mentioned aluminum and oxygen. They didn't bother about aluminum oxide. Okay. If they give according to the 2 terms, just concentrate on the 2 terms and what is the thing we have to get, according to that we have to get that one. Okay, shall we go to next problem? That is 66th one. The weight of MgCO3 required for the preparation of 12 grams of MgSO4 is, the weight of MgCO3 required for the preparation of 12 grams of MgSO4. Okay. How to do this problem? They asked amount of MgCO3 required to prepare 12 grams of MgSO4. 12 grams of MgSO4 contains how much magnesium? 12 grams of MgSO4 contains how much magnesium? That much magnesium must be obtained from MgCO3. That is how much MgCO3? That is the question. Once again, question I am reading. The weight of MgCO3 required for the preparation of 12 grams of MgSO4. 12 grams of MgSO4 must be prepared from definitely magnesium only, because complete carbonate no need to be used. Okay now. So from that magnesium carbonate, some amount of magnesium must be required for the preparation of 12 grams of MgSO4. So first we have to find that 12 grams of MgSO4 contains how much amount of magnesium. That much amount of magnesium should be obtained from MgCO3. How much amount of MgCO3 we have to consider. Okay. Now I will take here, and the MgCO3 term here I will take. First, MgSO4. What is the gram molecular weight? 24, 32, 64. 120 grams. Okay. 120 grams of MgSO4 contains, this question mark is nothing but contains. 120 grams of MgSO4 contains how much amount of magnesium? 24 grams of magnesium. 120 grams of MgSO4 contains 24 grams of magnesium. But how much amount of MgSO4 we have to prepare? That is 12 grams. 12 grams of MgSO4, 12 grams of MgSO4 must contain how much amount of magnesium? See, this is divided by 10. 120 divided by 10, we will get 12. Like that here, 24 divided by 10, we will get 2.4 grams of magnesium. Now directly I have done. If you want calculation, we know if it is question mark is here, these two must be cross multiplied divided by 120. If you want that, try that one, you will get same answer. 2.4 grams of magnesium. Then this 2.4 grams of magnesium should be obtained from how much amount of MgCO3. Now MgCO3 gram molecular weight 24, 12, oxygen 3 into 16, 48, 14, 8, 84 grams of MgCO3, 84 grams of MgCO3 contains 24 grams of magnesium. 84 grams of MgCO3 contains 24 grams of magnesium. Then how much amount of magnesium we want? 2.4 grams of magnesium. 2.4 grams of magnesium should be obtained from how much amount of MgCO3? Here 224, here we got 2.4, that is divided by 10. Here 84, that is 8.4 grams of MgCO3. So answer is option 1 more, 8.4 grams of MgCO3. Okay, easy thing. This type of calculations are also very important. Clearly I explained. Actually NEET, this is related to NEET. Very fastly we have to respond. Please understand carefully. Now first, what is the question they asked? 12 grams of magnesium sulfate, okay, should be prepared by using some amount of magnesium. That one they did not ask directly how much amount of magnesium. They asked that much amount of magnesium must be obtained from how much amount of MgCO3. Okay, then first what we have found, that is in 12 grams of MgSO4, how much amount of magnesium is present? That is 2.4 grams of magnesium. How did we find? By using this stoichiometric, gram atomic weight, that relation only. Okay, molecular weight. Now this 2.4 grams of magnesium should be obtained from how much amount of MgCO3? That one we found. That is completely related to 1 mole. So everywhere we are relating this 1 mole concept. Okay, ma'am? This is about doing the problem. This is 66th one. Shall we go to the next one? 67. They asked 67th one, that is 0.01 mole of iodoform reacts with silver powder to produce a gas whose volume at NTP, where NTP is nothing but HTP monomer. Iodoform reacts with silver. Okay, this 67th question once I will write and I will send to you. Next, 68th one, air contains Air contains 20% by volume of oxygen. The volume of air required for the complete combustion of 1 liter of methane under the same conditions is. Okay, this is also one type of model in which air contains 20% by volume of oxygen. If you take 100% of air, that means by volume they asked, that's why I am taking 100 liters of air. They mentioned that one by volume, that's why 100 liters of air contains 20 liters of oxygen. 100 liters of air contains 20 liters of oxygen. That is meaning 20% by volume of oxygen. Okay, when we take 100 liters of air, in the 20% means 20 liters of oxygen will be there. The volume of air required for the complete combustion of 1 liter of methane. Now we have to write CH4 undergoes combustion reaction. CH4 reacts with O2 to form CO2 plus H2O. CO2 plus H2O. Now we have to balance this equation. 4 hydrogens we have. If you multiply with 2 here, then here it will be 2O2. Now it is balanced. CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus 2H2O. Now what is the question? The volume of air required for the completion. They did not ask volume of oxygen required. They asked volume of air required. First we have to find oxygen. Okay, how much amount of oxygen we have to find volume of oxygen. That much volume of oxygen will be found in how much amount of air. That one, let us see that one. Now, according to this equation, this is 1 mole. 1 mole means 22.4 liters of CH4. 22.4 liters of CH4 reacts with 2 into 22.4 liters of oxygen. 22.4 liters of CH4 reacts with 2 into 22.4 liters of oxygen. They asked 1 liter of CH4. Here this is 22.4, it became 1. Here 2 liters. Ratio 1:2. So I took 1 liter of CH4 means 2 liters of oxygen. So for the combustion of 1 liter of methane, how much amount of oxygen will be required? That is 2 liters. This much amount of oxygen, if you want to obtain, how much amount of air we have to take? That one they give the composition. 20 liters of oxygen, if you want to take, that is present in 100 liters of air. So, if you want to undergo reaction with, if you want to make the reaction with 20 liters of oxygen, for that how much amount of air we have to take? That is 100 liters. Then, here how many liters of oxygen will be required? 2 liters. So, 2 liters of oxygen, 2 liters of oxygen will be required with how much amount of air? 100 liters, 20. 2 liters divided by 10. Then this is 10 liters of air. What is the answer? 10 liters of air. Answer is 10 liters. Option 3, 68th one. Everyone are clear? Air contains 20% by volume. They did not ask mass. They asked about volume. That means if you take 100 liters of air, in that 20 liters of oxygen will be present. Okay, so I took 100 liters of air and 20 liters of oxygen. But CH4 reacts with 2O2 to form CO2 plus 2H2O. Okay, now 22.4 liters of CH4 reacts with 2 into 22.4 liters of oxygen. 1 liter of CH4 will react with 2 liters of oxygen. According to this ratio, we want 2 liters of oxygen. Then to get the 2 liters of oxygen, how much amount of air we have to take? That is 10 liters. If you want this cross multiplication procedure also, you can do. These are all simple calculations. That's why without doing the cross multiplication, I am able to do that one. Okay. This is about 68th one. Next. Ninth one. When 20 ml of methane and 20 ml of oxygen are exploded together, exploded means they undergo reaction together and the reaction mixture is cooled to laboratory temperature. The resulting volume of the mixture is. What about the resulting volume of the mixture? When 20 ml of methane and 20 ml of oxygen are exploded together and the reaction mixture is cooled. CH4, 20 ml of oxygen. Previous balanced reaction only, CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus H2O. CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus H2O. This is the reaction mixture. We have to find this one. Okay. Now, how much amount? 20 ml of methane. 20 ml of methane and 20 ml of oxygen. Okay. Now, according to the stoichiometric equation, if you take 1 part of CH4, it requires 2 parts of O2. If you take 1 part of CH4, it will require 2 parts of oxygen. According to that ratio, if you take 20 ml of CH4, we require 40 ml of oxygen. If you take 20 ml of CH4, we require 40 ml, double, because 1:2 ratio. So according to that, 20 ml requires 40 ml, but they didn't give 40 ml. They asked only 20 ml. Then how we can do this problem? See, 20 ml of CH4 should be reacted with 40 ml of O2. 20 ml of CH4 should be reacted with 40 ml of O2. Then 20 ml of O2 can react with how much amount of CH4? Actually, we provided 20 ml. Okay, keep aside. 20 ml of O2 can react with how much amount of CH4? Okay, ma? Now let us see. 20 ml of O2 reacts with how much amount? Correctly half, na? It will react with only 10 ml of CH4. It will react with only 10 ml of CH4. But we provided how much ml, ma? 20 ml. Out of 20 ml, 10 ml of CH4 reacted with 20 ml of O2. Then remaining 10 ml of CH4 will be present unreacted. Remaining 10 ml of CH4 will be present unreacted. Okay, so this is, keep it in box. Next, 10 ml will react with 20 ml. See the ratio 1, 2. So according to the only 10, 20, double ratio here. So here we will get in terms of ml only 10 ml of CO2 because one ratio ratio 1 means immediately we will keep 10 ml because here 10 ml is there, here 10 ml. Okay, here what is the mole? 1. Here also 10 ml. Okay, now what is the total mixture? 10 ml of CO2, 10 ml of H2O and 10 ml of unreacted CH4. These three will be present as mixture and it is getting cooled to room temperature. That is the meaning. So answer is 30 ml. Total mixture they asked 69th one. 69th one actually option 2 they gave, but unreacted methane also must be required now. Actually 10 ml of CO2, 10 ml of H2O and 10 ml of CH4 also must be noted down. Then it will become 30 ml answer, but they gave only 20 ml. They took only carbon dioxide and H2O. Okay, once I will check that one and I will see this one. But the procedure is correct. Here the concept of limiting reagent and excess reagent will be useful, in which O2 is completely undergoing reaction, remaining amount is CH4. So O2 is called limiting reagent and CH4 is called excess reagent. That excess reagent 10 ml of CH4. Okay. What about the answer and what is the question? Whether they asked about only this products only or resulting mixture means this one also must be included now. But no problem, I will check that one and I will say. Okay. This is about the 69 problem. But the procedure is correct only. Please do remember all of you. Next 70. How many liters of CO2 at STP will be formed when 100 ml of 0.1 molar H2SO4 reacts with excess of Na2CO3? H2SO4 reacts with Na2CO3. First we have to write that reaction. Question number 71. H2SO4 reacts with Na2CO3 to form Na2SO4 plus H2O. H2CO3 is nothing but H2O plus CO2. This is the whole reaction. H2SO4 plus Na2CO3 gives rise to Na2SO4 plus H2O plus CO2. Now what is the question? How many liters of CO2 at STP? Amount of that, how many liters of CO2 we don't know. How many liters of CO2 at STP will be formed when 100 ml of 0.1 molar H2SO4, 100 ml of 0.1 molar H2SO4 reacts with excess of Na2CO3. Concentrate on this H2SO4 now. 100 ml of 0.1 molar. Molarity formula. Molarity is equal to number of moles divided by volume into 1000. Okay? 0.1 is equal to number of moles divided by, what is the volume they give? 100 ml. 100 into 1000. Then it is cancelled 10 times. N is equal to 0.1 divided by 10, which is equal to 0.01 moles. 0.01 moles. So what is the amount of H2SO4 reacted? 0.01 moles. According to the stoichiometric equation, 1 mole of H2SO4 will give 22.4 liters of CO2. 1 mole of H2SO4 will give 22.4 liters of CO2. 1 mole H2SO4 will give 22.4 liters of CO2. Okay, but according to the given equation, how many moles of H2SO4 we got? 0.01 moles. 0.01 moles of H2SO4 will give how much amount of CO2? 0.01 into 22.4 divided by 1, which is 0.224 liters. 0.224 liters, option 3 mark. 70, option 3. Okay, how did we find that one? Anyways they gave this is excess of Na2CO3 only. Meaning of that one, large amount of Na2CO3 is taken. According to that we can understand whole H2SO4 will undergo reaction. That is the meaning. That is the thing they gave excess Na2CO3 only. When they mention this Na2CO3 excess, then we can understand this is nothing but limiting reagent H2SO4. Completely it will undergo reaction. So it will undergo complete reaction means according to that H2SO4 we can find the CO2 easily. Okay. Now this is the way. According to the given data, we found the number of moles. Number of moles of H2SO4 we found 0.01 moles. Actually, 1 mole of H2SO4 will give 22.4 liters of CO2. Then 0.01 moles of H2SO4 will give 0.224 liters of CO2. In this way, we can find. This type of relation is called mole-volume relationship. This type of relation is called mole-volume. They asked one term in mole and another term in volume. That is mole-volume relationship. Like this, weight-volume relationship, weight-weight relationship, volume-volume relationship, mole-mole relationship, anything might be asked. Okay, we have to be ready to face anything of problem. Now, next question. When a sample of baking soda is strongly ignited in a crucible, it suffered a loss in weight of 3.1 grams. The mass of baking soda is. When a sample of baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, washing soda Na2CO3. Okay, NaHCO3 it is baking soda. When a sample of baking soda is strongly ignited in a crucible, it suffered a loss in weight of 3.1 grams. The mass of baking soda. When it undergoes strong heating, what is the thing we will get? NaHCO3 will be formed as Na2O plus H2O plus 2CO2. One see that one whether it is balanced or not. No? 2Na. Okay. Here totally 2, 3, 6 oxygen are there. 1, 2, 2, 2 is 4. 6 oxygen are there. Carbon. 2 carbons. 2 carbons. Hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. Okay, it is balanced. Now it is ignited. 2 NaHCO3 will be ignited to form Na2O plus H2O plus 2CO2. Then what is the gas it is going to be released? This carbon dioxide. That is only weight loss. Weight loss means carbon dioxide is a gas, na, it will be escaped. Okay? Now, NaHCO3 gram molecular weight 23, 1, 12, 48. $14, 84 grams. 84 grams of NaHCO3. That is 1 mole. But they give 2 moles, na? 2 into 84 grams. That is 168 grams. 168 grams of NaHCO3 will be lost with 88 grams of CO2. Because 2 moles of CO2, na? 2 moles of CO2 means 2 into 44 grams. That is 88 grams of CO2. Now what is the question? When a sample of baking soda is strongly ignited in it, it suffered a loss in weight of 3.1 grams. The mass of baking soda is. Now this is observed with 3.1 grams of loss. How much amount of NaHCO3? Means CO2 gram weight is 3.1. According to that, what is the mass of NaHCO3 we can find. 3.1 into 168 divided by 88. Approximately 8.4 grams, I think. It's 71. Yes, 8.4 grams. 3.1 into 168 divided by 88. Approximately this 88 will cancel 2 times. Less than 2, actually 88 into 2, 172, approximately 2 times. 2, 3, 6, approximately we are getting 8.4 grams. My nearby term, that is 8.4 grams. Okay, this is about doing the problem, that is 71. Loss of weight is nothing but CO2 gas that is expelled out. That is 88 grams actually according to our ratio, stoichiometric ratio, but they give 3.1 grams weight loss. Okay, then what is the amount of NaCO3 we have taken? That is next. (72) 1 gram of magnesium is burnt in a vessel containing 0. Our next problem is 72. 1 gram of magnesium is burnt in a vessel containing 0.5 grams of oxygen. The reactant remaining unreacted is magnesium reacts with oxygen. We will get MgO, in which the balanced chemical equation is 2Mg plus O2 gives rise to 2MgO. Now, 1 gram of magnesium is burnt in a vessel containing 0.5 grams of oxygen. First, we have to write according to stoichiometric equation. What are the terms they related? Those are magnesium and oxygen. Magnesium, it is 2 into 24 grams, reacts with oxygen 32 grams, because they asked both in masses only. 1 gram of magnesium burned in a vessel of 0.5 grams of oxygen. Okay, 2 into 24 grams of magnesium should be reacted with 32 grams of oxygen, but they give 1 gram of magnesium. This is equal to 48 mol. 1 gram of magnesium should be reacted with how much amount of oxygen? Let us find that one. That is, question mark is here, 1 into 32 divided by 48. It will be 16 2s, 16 3s, 2 by 3, 0.66. But they gave how much amount of oxygen? Actually, it should be required with 0.66 only, but they supplied only 0.5 grams of oxygen. They supplied only 0.5 grams of oxygen. Then we have to find one more time, that is 48 grams of magnesium reacts with 32 grams of O2, then 0.5 grams of O2 reacts with how much amount of magnesium? That is 0.5 into 48 divided by 32. 16 3s, 16 2s, 3 into 0.5, that is 1.5 divided by 2. 1.5 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.75 grams. 0.75 grams. So how much amount of magnesium is required? 0.75 grams of magnesium should be required, but they give 1 gram. That means they give excess amount of magnesium. I found according to first magnesium, but we didn't get correct thing because they supplied only 0.5 grams of oxygen. We need to find limiting reagent. So what we are going to do, along with, according to that, oxygen also I found. That is 48 grams of magnesium reacted with 32 grams of oxygen. 0.5 grams of O2 reacts with how much amount of magnesium? That is 0.75 grams of magnesium. That is 0.75. But they supplied 1 gram of magnesium. So out of 1 gram of magnesium, only 0.75 grams will be reacted. Remaining amount 0.25 grams will be remained as unreacted magnesium. Then what is the thing they asked? 1 gram of magnesium is burnt in a vessel containing 0.5 grams of oxygen. The reactant remaining unreacted is 0. We supplied 1 gram of magnesium, but only 0.75 grams reacted. It will be 0.25 grams of magnesium. Answer is first option. Okay. In this total question, oxygen is called limiting reagent and magnesium is called excess reagent. Magnesium is called excess reagent and oxygen is called limiting reagent. And this type of problems which are related to oxidizing agent and limiting reagent. Okay. And this is about in what way we can do the stoichiometric calculations. In what way we can do the stoichiometric calculations. No? And one thing is, while we are doing this, we understood one thing, that is, so many models we got. First, weight-weight relationship they can ask, volume-volume relationship they can ask, okay, weight-volume relationship, mole-mole relationship, like that in any term we can ask. That is stoichiometric, means complete undergoing reaction. No excess reagent and no limiting reagent. But this type of model is nothing but one will be given as excess and another one will be given as in less quantity. According to that, we have to identify which is limiting reagent and which is excess reagent. In that way, we have to observe the given problem and we have to do that one. Okay, ma? And regarding volume, if any gas is expelled, that gas, if it contains 1 mole of gas will occupy 22.4 liters at STP. By using that term, we can understand what about the gas relationship problems, volume relationship problems also. Okay, you can go through the problems, try to do that one. Ma? Even maximum yesterday some models we covered, and today's class we have completed with some models, stoichiometric calculations, like this, balanced equations. And one more thing, oxidation number concept is very important. Oxidation number concept. Next, this stoichiometric calculations, weight-weight relationship, volume-volume relationship, like the problems. Okay, ma? Equivalent weight mainly. Equivalent weight problems yesterday we have seen. In what way we have to do the equivalent weight. Once again, if they ask any equivalent weight of one compound present in the reaction, that compound 1 mole we have to consider. In that 1 mole, how many sulfurs are there or how many carbons are there? Okay. For them, we have to see that what is the change in oxidation state. In that way, we have to see equivalent weight problems. Okay. Molecular weight, molecular formula, empirical formula problems. Once try to do that one. Now we discuss. Remaining all those things. If any sort of doubts, if you have, just take the picture and send to me through WhatsApp. I will just complete that one. I will clarify that one and I will send to you. Okay, in that way you have to prepare this stoichiometry, and this is about today. Actually, we have to conclude this today related to this stoichiometry. This class and yesterday's class, what we have completed, you are going to write test on tomorrow's exam, evening from 3 to 6 like that. Okay, thank you all. Prepare well, ma. All the best for you. Thank you.